Moving to a new country and adapting to a different culture and way of life can be tough and put a strain on family life. So how would you convince the love of your life the lure of a promised land's worth doing it for a second time?
Adrienne Gormusoglu is desperate to make the move to New Zealand.
I want to be in that weather, outside. I want to see my children doing more outside.
But husband Ismail would prefer to return to his Turkish homeland.
I don't want to live in New Zealand. If I have a chance, I live in my country.
When a trial week in Auckland tests their relationship...
You don't understand what
I do understand.
And this is the main garden will be here.
Will Adrienne's dream live or die?
I will change our lives for the better if it kills me.
Consisting of more than 600 islands, New Zealand's home to spectacular glaciers, picturesque fjords and lush subtropical forests. Every year, 7,000 Brits are drawn by the nation's stunning scenery, and an annual average of 2,000 hours of sunshine and jet off to make the country their new home. Adrienne Gormusoglu is bored with life in the UK and feels the pristine environment and outdoors lifestyle offered by New Zealand could benefit her entire family. Having already crossed continents for her once, however, husband Ismail doesn't fancy putting their lives and relationship on the line again. So will a week in Auckland show him there's merit to Adrienne's dream and it's not just the result of a midlife crisis? The Gormusoglu's trial week begins with a journey lasting over 24 hours, which sees them touch down in 3 different countries before a final leg to Auckland. Having arrived at last, Ismail's glad it's all over.
When we leave home is Friday morning. This is Sunday. We are still traveling. This is really long. Do you understand what I mean? That is too long.
Adrienne and Ella too found the flights tough going.
At one point, if somebody said, do you want to turn back and go the other way, I quite possibly would have taken them up on the offer.
Every time we stopped, you're like, oh, we have to go back on the flight again.
And Evrim, he's exhausted.
I can't walk anymore, I'm tired.
It's not the best of starts. The arduous flight has put Adrienne's dream on the back foot.
I have to say that New Zealand has to show something pretty magnificent because of that flight.
She'll have a tough job on her hands if she's to persuade Ismail New Zealand should become their permanent home. Meet the Gormusoglus, their dad Ismail, mum Adrienne, 11-year-old Cameron, 9-year-old Ella and 4-year-old Evrim. Adrienne and Ismail have, let's say, a tempestuous relationship.
We have a very up and down, difficult relationship, but we get through it, don't we? Or kind of. You won't look at me.
Being a real case of when opposites attract.
We are absolutely 2 different persons for character ways and thinking. We don't have too many common things.
Means their relationship's often volatile.
We really get on each other's nerves. I can wind him up in a second, and he does for me. And I don't think we really realise how much we hurt each other. I hate him. No, I'm only joking.
Ismail was running a B&B in his home country of Turkey in 1995, when a chance encounter with Adrienne changed his life.
She was just a tourist.
Yeah, it was an odd little place with terrible facilities and things like that, but it was good fun.
Adrienne and her friends fell in love with the Mediterranean country and made plans to return there the following summer.
So we said to Ismail, can we stay in your little B&B before the season starts? And then Ismail said, will you be my girlfriend? And I said, can I stay in your place for free? And he went, yeah. I said, all right then. So it was kind of like that.
Ismail put on quite a welcome at the airport.
He is completely naked, apart from the tiniest pair of like jean shorts you could ever see in your life, with the top button undone and rolled down as well. I mean, literally, you could see everything. It was ridiculous. He just didn't care. I just went, oh my God.
All right.
Yeah, but we had fun. It was good fun. And then I ended up just staying.
After 7 carefree, sunshine-filled years, the couple married. But when Adrienne fell pregnant, she decided she'd rather be back in the UK.
I got a bit panicky and said, look, you know, maybe we should consider going back to England, see what it's like.
She bring me here. I taught for a couple of years. And then we had, after first child, we had second one and third one. Now I stuck England nearly 12 years.
Sacrificing everything he knew in Turkey to settle in the UK proved a struggle for Ismail.
I change all my things, all my life. She doesn't have to change anything.
And he still misses his old life.
In my country, I had many nice, good friends. Everything was wonderful. But that's the life. I live in England now.
Nearly 12 years after returning to the UK, Adrienne's got itchy feet once again.
Life at the moment in England is pretty boring. I think that you get in a routine, and for me, it's about changing that routine. It doesn't matter how you change it, but you have to change it.
Recent family losses have made Adrienne take stock of what's important in life.
Over the last 9 years, we've lost nearly all my family. We've lost my mum. I'm going to get upset, sorry. And my brother passed him, and he was full of life. He loved life, you know. And so you have to think about that. You have to enjoy your life, don't you?
Now she's set her heart on another big move, this time to the other side of the world.
The main reason I want to go to New Zealand is because I think there's something missing. I think probably when you speak to most people that have lived abroad, they never lose that bug.
Although she's never been, she believes New Zealand could offer her family a better lifestyle.
We all miss the sun. You know, we all miss, you know, I'm talking. We've all missed the sun. We all miss, you know, doing things that are out and about. And I want to be in that weather, outside. I want to see my children doing more outside. You know, it's mainly for them, I'd say.
The children aren't sold on the idea.
I would miss everyone, like all of my family, like my friends, like deep friends, my cat. I wanted to stay here because my cousins live here at Kidderminster. I just think, yeah, I'm just in the middle.
But the greatest opposition to a move comes from Ismail, who still hankers after his Turkish roots.
I don't want to live in New Zealand because I want to end up my life with my original family, like mother, sisters, things. If I have a chance, I live in my country.
He's also concerned a move could cripple them financially.
We go New Zealand, new country, and we will be happy. I don't believe that. If you don't have enough income, you won't be happy.
But he could be willing to admit defeat if he believes the country offers more opportunities.
What will be good for my children, I do it. And I try to keep this family together. I will go.
Starting again in New Zealand could mean potential heartache for Adrienne, as she'd be split from her sister.
She's so worried that when I go for that trial week that I'm going to say I'm going to New Zealand. She's convinced I'm going to say because she knows that I really want it.
But she's determined to see her dream come true.
I will change our lives for the better if it kills me.
The Gormusoglus are spending their trial week in Auckland, New Zealand's largest city. Their temporary home's a 3-bedroom house in Orewa, just a short stroll from one of the country's most popular beaches. After the long flight, they're pleased to make themselves at home, even if the excitement's proved too much for some.
Is it a soft sofa?
Oh,
not bad.
Just relax.
Let's go and have a look.
A quick tour reveals some extras designed for Kiwi living.
Oh, Oh, that's amazing.
Oh look, there's a shower.
It's good because summer is hot. It's the first summer.
Oh, look at that view. That's amazing.
Having explored their surroundings, Adrienne admits she's got a cunning plan to get Ismail on side.
I hope I can persuade Ismail silently, trying to make it all his ideas. How nice it would be to live here.
But it sounds like he's not going to have the wool pulled over his eyes that easily.
She tried to make me convince. When she's pushing me, she's losing. It's not good, not good. I'm a logical guy. I have to think everything.
And he's not the only one she'll have to work on.
New Zealand was really nice, but if I had to choose out the two, it'd be England.
Adrienne's dream will live or die over the next few days. Back in the UK, the Gormusoglus live in a 3-bedroom terrace house in Worcestershire. While it may need some TLC, it's a home Adrienne's happy with.
Love the house. Really love the house. It needs a lot of work. It's got a really nice shed for Ismail, so he's happy.
When it comes to a house in New Zealand, Ismail doesn't really get a say.
For me, I can't say anything. She will decide it house as usual. If I say that one, I know she will say that one.
And Adrienne certainly knows what she wants.
Somewhere that you have to see trees, you know, parks have to be available, something for the children where we could walk out of our house and go on a pleasant walk somewhere. It has to have a good school and a nice community feel.
To find out what kind of house they could have in New Zealand, today we'll show the Gormusoglus 3 properties. 2 near to their £200,000 budget and a third which could be their dream home. Only after they've seen each one will they find out its value. For their first viewing, the Gormusoglus head to Papakura to the south of Auckland. A tightly knit neighbourhood, it could be the perfect spot for the family. But will this 3-bedroom recently renovated house be the one to sell Adrienne's dream to Ismail?
Is it this one then?
Yes.
Even before they get out of the car, Adrienne's not feeling it.
Right, it's like a caravan type house. At least it's sunny.
Luckily, the interior gets a better reaction.
Oh, this is nice.
Oh, it's nicer than it looks outside. In you go, camera.
Quite nice so far.
The kitchen goes down well.
I like the kitchen,
I like
very
that.
nice.
It's nice.
But outside, Ismail's plans for the garden soon see tensions rise.
The shape's all right, but it's no good when you've got children because that goes out onto the road.
Yeah, we
Anybody
can
walk
put
in.
some fence there, put the little gate you made.
And but the door's not here. Your children would be around the side of the house, is what I mean. The door's around that side. You're going to put a door in here as well, then?
The little gate, I said.
No, into the house.
Into the house, they can walk down. We take this one off because we don't need Adrienne.
Yeah,
Look,
we don't need it. Yeah, of course we don't need to see our
take this
children in the
gate,
garden.
put the new gate, and then this is the main
He's getting
garden
on my
will be
nerves.
here.
Come on in.
Oh dear. Back inside, can the bedrooms help restore some harmony?
It's just
I like
no
it, but I
character.
don't.
Ouch. And while Cameron likes the light aspect of the next bedroom,
It's quite a bright room.
This is good.
the family bathroom gets a mixed reaction.
Oh yeah, this is nice.
It's nice.
It's
I like
too
I like the
small.
decoration. It's small. You put a massive
Yeah.
basin like that in a tiny room like this.
And Adrienne puts her foot down.
Don't like it. I wouldn't leave my house in England for this.
So, despite this house falling way short of Adrienne's mark, would they be able to afford it with their £200,000 budget?
£120,000, maybe maximum 130 or 140, that's it.
I think it's going to be more like £180,000 or something. I hope not, because if this is what we can afford, it's a bit disappointing, isn't it? If it was 180,000, then it's going to put a complete downer on the rest of my week.
All right, turn
we do
on.
it?
1, 2, 3, do it now.
That's £4,000 over budget.
£90 caravan is better than this. That was 30 grand.
204.
I feel really, really disappointed. I could cry.
I hope the two next houses will actually make me a bit more excited and make me feel like, yes, we should move here.
It looks as though Adrienne's going to be hard to impress. Will the next house meet her high standards? To find out, the family head 20 minutes further south, away from the city, to Pukekohe. Outside, the omens aren't great.
They're very friendly people, aren't they? Because they like to live on top of each other.
In the living room, there's a glimmer of hope as one of the items on Adrienne's wish list gets ticked off.
It's got a park there. At least you can feel a bit of space behind.
But whilst Cameron's trying to stress the positives,
I like the carpet, the walls are nicely done.
his mum can't help but see negatives.
It's another caravan there. I can't do a happy face.
No.
Like the other one, it's like built in somebody's back garden again. It's like a caravan.
The size of the kitchen disappoints everyone.
This is small for us. Really small for us. It's like this, I
Especially
think
when
now.
you're cooking, you're moving around, we'll just get in your way from like...
I'd be grumpy all the time,
Yeah.
instead of just occasionally.
And in one of the 4 bedrooms, even the window frames are again failing to meet Adrienne's benchmark.
I don't like the metal windows and everything. It's
It's a bit smaller than ours.
making me anxious. I want to leave the property.
Even Evrim's had enough.
I want to go home.
Yeah, I feel the same.
The garden does give Ismail good vibes.
This garden a little bit give me family house. The atmosphere, you know, I could live here.
It's better than the other house.
Gimel.
However, if you don't look over the fence.
I want to go home.
It's clear this isn't the house for Adrienne either. But would it be within reach of their £200,000 budget?
£210,000, 210, 215, slightly over.
I think it's a bit more. I think it'd be 220 because the area is. It appears to be nicer.
Yeah, I think it's going to be cheaper.
How much?
185.
Come on.
That's £8,000 under budget.
Wow, this is...
Cameron.
Well done, Cameron.
This house isn't right, but you could go up maybe 10, 20,000 in the same area and get something a little bit better. There's definitely given me a bit of hope that there could be a property out there, even in Auckland, that we could afford.
With Adrienne's disappointment lessening a little, could Property 3 be the one to convince the whole family New Zealand's where they should be? We found what we think could be the family's dream home. Situated in Parau, this 4-bedroom house lies nestled in the bush.
Ooh.
On arrival, everyone seems much more enthusiastic.
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it?
1 minute.
It's massive. Nice neighbours.
The modern kitchen gets a great reaction.
Unusual, isn't it?
The next table.
Oh, you can put everything in, Jen.
Oh, I love it.
And Evrim's happier.
Much better than the other one.
The spacious living room with sliding doors onto a large decked area is a real hit.
Oh, this is nice.
Stove.
How can we go in the
Big, yeah?
This is nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
You
Look,
can
you can eat out there, Ella. There you go.
Ismail seems sold,
This is my house. I'm not joking.
as does Ella.
It would be lovely if we could actually live here.
The property offers the views Adrienne wanted.
Look at that view. You couldn't get another tree in there if you tried.
This is all different. It really feels really good.
And Ella's already arranging her furniture in one of the bedrooms.
I would have my bed there,
Like this
You
way.
think so?
yeah, like that way.
Okay.
And then I would have like my chest of drawers like there.
Adrienne's as good as moved in.
Let's forget that awful journey home and just stay.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
And the lush gardens, another winner.
It's lovely. Super.
This is amazing, man. You feel now you are in another country now.
It's a house everyone could call home. But could they afford it with their £200,000 budget?
I think it's going to be about £280,000.
250, 260.
I'm going to say about 280.
I think about £340,000.
Then we're going to turn the card.
Yeah.
It's £87,000 over budget.
But I'm really happy. It's not unrealistic. What's making me so happy more than the price is Ismail seems really enthusiastic.
This house, which is what I want, is I can live all my rest of my life here.
I feel like, wow, this is amazing, and I'm even picturing my children going on the bus to school.
Despite a disappointing start, the Gormusoglu's day house hunting definitely ended on a high. Property 1 felt too much like a caravan, lacking in size and character. Property 2 failed to win approval with its small kitchen and metal window frames. But Property 3 was a real winner, with enough space for all and views to die for. So has a taste of the houses they could call home been enough for everyone to choose properties in New Zealand over those in the UK?
Based on the houses we've seen today, our vote goes to
New Zealand!
I don't know.
What did you vote for? New Zealand?
Everything is maybe my last chance, like this, have a house. This is what I decided in New Zealand.
I'm amazed that he voted New Zealand.
A vote for New Zealand from Ismail's music to Adrienne's ears. But will her winning streak continue? She knows finding good jobs with good wages in New Zealand is essential if she's to keep her dream alive. In the UK, Ismail's a self-employed carpenter.
I like to work is mainly old houses or old building. Restoration is my favorite job.
Adrienne did work as a teaching assistant in a secondary school.
I work with special needs children. I really like it. It's great fun. The children are lovely.
But it's a job she had to sacrifice to give her New Zealand goal a shot.
I have had to give in my notice to do the trial week in New Zealand. It's been a shame, quite a wrench really.
All too aware of what it's like starting again in a new country, Ismail has real concerns about work.
When you move to a new place, you have to work harder than where you are because you need to explain yourself. My wife thinks different, but I believe it will be harder.
It's a big day as the couple set off to explore work possibilities in the Auckland area. Adrienne's painfully aware today could make or break her dream.
Today's really important. This is the day that shows whether we can actually move or not. Because you know it's a nice country, you know we can do nice things. So it's comes down to money and work.
At Oriwa Primary School, Adrienne's greeted by Deputy Principal Anne Heath.
I suggest we go for a wander, have a look at some of the classrooms that you might be working in, and then we'll have a chat.
After being shown round, she's keen to hear if her qualifications would be recognised in New Zealand.
To be honest, we don't look so much at qualifications. We look at the kind of personality that the teacher aide has. And so it's quite interesting when a teacher aide walks in looking for a job, it's almost as if as they walk in the door, you know whether they're going to fit or not.
What kind of salary can I expect to earn here?
The rate in New Zealand, I think it's between about $16 and $20 an hour.
That's around £8 per hour, more than Adrienne earned at home.
We're on about £7 an hour, so
okay.
I think,
okay.
But it does go in grades. So.
Yes, and so does ours, yeah.
With the wages around what she'd hoped for, that left just one more question.
Based on my qualifications, do you think I'd be able to get a job here in New Zealand quite easily?
I'm sure your qualifications and your personality would win you a job easily. If there was a job, it would be yours.
The days brought nothing but positive news for Adrienne, but she knows what Ismail learns will need to be encouraging too for her dream to stay on track.
I was so pleased, that was lovely. My bit's finished now, so it's down to Ismail to do his thing. I'm positive, but I'm a little bit nervous because it could go the other way.
He's spending the day with City Parks, an Auckland property maintenance business.
So you're pretty familiar with working with timber, yeah?
Yeah, so I know quite a whole bunch.
Within minutes, he's helping to install a new cliff-top fence.
That's the top line?
Yep, that's the top line. Perfect here.
Don't worry 1 minute.
And before long, he's taking charge.
You don't need the pencil mark.
No,
You
all
put
good.
your knees there.
He's a site foreman now. He's a site foreman.
Sitting down with manager Joe Standen, Ismail's keen to hear what his working hours would be like.
Like you start 7 o'clock, finish 5.
Yeah, so generally the guys will work from 7:30 till 3:30.
8, 9 hours, but you have got break.
It's generally sort of 2 15-minute breaks and a half hour for lunch.
You have the chance to do overtime and things.
Yeah, from time to time.
And the salary?
How much I can earn.
So you're looking, it's about $20 an hour, roughly, give or take, $40,000 a year.
At around £17,000, it's just £4,000 less than he earns at home. But would there be work for Ismail?
You don't know me, but you know my CV. You think it's easy to find a job around here, or?
Yeah, I certainly think so. From what I've seen of your CV and having met you, you're the kind of person that I'd be very keen to talk to about offering a job, for sure.
He certainly enjoyed the on-the-job banter.
This is first day if they are like this. When they know me, it will be amazing. I like the atmosphere.
Meeting up later on the beach, Adrienne can't wait to hear how Ismail's day went.
If you come,
There is
if you're
work.
serious, there's a work. Because New City, every year, 40,000 people coming here.
I know, it's
40,000.
amazing, isn't it?
It means they need house, they need school, they need things.
Yeah,
It means
definitely.
construction is blowing here.
Yeah. I've had a great day, and I think Ismail, from what he said, he's had a really amazing day today, and we both feel very upbeat and positive about it.
So, will the couple's enthusiasm mean a clean sweep for New Zealand?
Based on the job opportunities we've seen today, our vote goes to New Zealand!
I can't believe myself what I done. Because when I beginning to turning, it was UK. But if something happened, pushed me to do the New Zealand.
He's blowing me out of the water every day with this. It's just amazing. I can't believe it. He's a new Ismail, a new man.
It's been a positive week so far for Adrienne. Slowly, Ismail could be becoming smitten by the life his family could be leading in New Zealand. Achieving her dream life is by no means a done deal yet, but today exploring the lifestyle Auckland has to offer could help bring it a little closer.
The family head off on a scenic ferry trip from downtown Auckland to Waiheke Island.
And you can see the whole city from there.
And nature fan Ella soon spots the volcanic island of Rangitoto.
There's no lava. I don't think it's active. I think it's old.
Look at the island up there. That's where we're going.
Look at that house on top there. Imagine having that house.
Adrienne thinks the day could be winning everyone round, and she could be right.
It's been great today. It's such a lovely place. I think the children seem really happy.
The lifestyle here is amazing. It's like maybe 6 times better than England. I just love it here. It's much more better than being in the UK. You could do so much activities you can do here.
Next up, lunch comes courtesy of one of the island's public barbecues.
Really nice. You having one?
I like the really cool one.
Ismail's in his element, and Kiwi life certainly seems to be working its charms.
Every day I'm enjoying it. It has been really good. I can't say anything negative about New Zealand. That's perfect.
And Ella seems sold too.
This has really changed my mind about living in New Zealand. It's kind of turning out to be my dream now.
Back on the mainland, the family make a beeline for Murray's Beach, where they indulge in one of Cameron's favourite hobbies, fishing.
Gone fishing.
How you know?
But there's a sign upon your door.
I like fishing because you don't know what you're going to catch.
You ain't working.
I actually got something.
It's
Seaweed.
a lump of seaweed.
Seaweed, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Casting a line reminds Cameron of spending time with Adrienne's late brother.
I used to fish with my uncle, but now he's passed. It's much more difficult, and I never fish now.
And he's not the only one thinking of family back home.
I think I'll really miss my family, and it will really touch me. It kind of might break my heart.
Adrienne's thoughts, meanwhile, have turned to leaving her sister.
It will be really, really tough. I can't say how tough, and it will be upsetting. You know, our mum and dad's gone. We don't have a big family, so we're all we've got, and I do feel really selfish. And I hope she just forgives me.
Thoughts of homicide. It had been a fun day. But when it comes to lifestyle, has everyone been sold on what New Zealand has to offer?
Based on the experiences we've seen today, our vote goes to New Zealand!
So Ismail, are you still on New Zealand?
Yeah, because it was a lovely day. I see that island. It's
Next
amazing.
we'll go to
And then I
Volcano.
told us there's plenty of island to see. It's super.
I don't know what to say, really. I want to run around with my flag.
With New Zealand's lifestyle getting nearly everyone's votes, Adrienne's dream could be closer than ever. But if it's to become a reality, the finances will need to stack up. The couple feel their house in the UK is worth £165,000. We sent round to estate agents to give their valuations.
That's a nice light entrance hall.
It's good, huh?
Nice sunny lounge.
Left those
Feature
decorations.
fireplace.
Good size reception room with the bay to the rear garden, double opening doors. Good size fitted kitchen and a door to the rear garden.
It looks so dated, doesn't it?
Fantastic sized garden. Space for a big extension on the back, right next door if you wanted to add on to the kitchen and the dining room as well.
They don't mind.
Good sized master bedroom with one wall fully fitted with wardrobes.
Those wardrobes are amazing.
A nice large window to the front.
It's a nice modern bathroom. With a P-shaped bath, gives you a bit more space in the shower.
Child's bedroom.
It's my room.
The toys with generous size.
In today's market, I'd value this house at £175,000, and for a quick sale, I'd place it on the market at £169,950.
That's good.
In today's market, I would value this house at £169,950. For a quick sale, I would place it on the market at £165,000.
That's good, you know.
I'm surprised. Really surprised. It's perfect.
With the valuations around what Adrienne and Ismail had hoped, the couple move on to compare the cost of living in New Zealand with the UK. They start with a weekly food shop.
Okay, so definitely iceberg lettuce is more expensive. Pork sausages, beef sausages are double. Okay, 5.92, £4.81. Pause.
£41.84.
£41.
That's around £180 per month more on food in New Zealand. It's a big increase, but Ismail feels there are bigger fish to fry.
Darling, this is not really worrying me, but main things, all the bills, is after the bills, we look what can we buy for food.
Okay.
Bills the main concern.
So what about the larger bills? The couple base their figures on the dream house they fell in love with.
Mortgage, we pay 461. We are going to pay in New Zealand
Okay.
1,587.
That's surprising.
Home insurance. In UK we paying 17, in New Zealand £55.
Equals £1,278.92.
Difference, okay.
Spending over £1,200 a month more in New Zealand comes as a shock. But when they take into account their potential earnings, the overall figure is even worse.
So that's £1,321.92 worse off. in New Zealand.
Yes.
It's pretty big, isn't it? Bigger than what I thought.
Yeah, too big.
When Adrienne tries to rescue the situation, tensions come to the surface.
What I'm saying is, if we look in different areas before you write it off and see whether we could find a cheaper property.
You can have same standard house in UK with same price, half cheap. It doesn't matter. You can't find in New Zealand. Impossible.
I know that.
Because you don't understand what is
I
your
do
position.
understand, but that's Auckland we're looking in. It just doesn't mean that I
Doesn't
can't
matter.
give
No
up.
big difference.
I
You
will.
find one house with your similar mortgage, similar standard, I move straight away. But I know you can't find. Impossible.
Okay, I'll give it a go, my best shot.
Okay, you do your best shot.
It's time to vote on finances in New Zealand versus the UK.
Based on the reality check today with our finances, our vote goes to...
UK.
I don't want to vote it, and I'm really upset voting for it, but that's it. It just feels like the end of the line. It really does. I'm so disappointed.
With the sum showing they'd be substantially worse off in New Zealand, Adrienne's dream could be on the verge of slipping from her grasp, and she's still got one more hurdle to overcome. Having first discussed it with the children, the family sit down to watch messages from loved ones at home together.
Hi everyone.
Hello everyone.
Hello everybody.
Hi guys. As a family, they're quite nutty.
Ismail is bubbly and you will not get bored with his company.
Adrienne is a really caring person. She's lovely, kind-hearted.
She is outgoing, and when you see her on the dance floor, you'll know what I mean. She can capture an audience. That girl can move.
Cameron is just lovely. So polite, so gorgeous, lovely looking. Yeah, Evrim is a little sweetheart, little sweetie. And Ella, well, she's cheeky and she's lovely.
I first found out they were wanting to move to New Zealand when we had a party down at their house for, I think it was Adrienne's birthday, and they were talking about either Australia or New Zealand, and Ismail said they didn't want to go, so we thought it would just be quashed and they weren't going to do it.
They've lived, abroad before in Turkey, so it's somewhere completely new, and I think it'll be great for them actually if they ever eventually do it.
I don't like the idea. Of course I don't want to lose it, but if it's good for the family, then of course we're going to support them.
I think we'd all go over there, we'd all visit them, and it'd be a mad party over there.
We get on very well. It's like sister and brother to us, and it's going to be a lot. Word cannot describe how much they're going to get missed by us. Isn't it, boys?
I will really, really miss Adrienne. She's one of my closest friends, and I will miss the family too, but they've got to do what's right for them.
I'm really excited for Adrienne. I think she's been through quite a lot recently. I think losing her mum, losing her brother, it's all been a bit hard, and I think as a family they want some family fun together. Yeah, they could do with some fun, and I think that could be the place for them.
I think you should do it. I think you should take that chance, that risk, and really make a go of it.
You can do it and manage it, so good luck.
If you moved, I would be very sad because I would have nobody to play with.
Oh, bless his heart. We all really like it here. We've all voted for New Zealand. Then you don't want to stay here. You want to go home. Why do you want to go home? Even everyone wants to go home.
Really hard to make decision to move another country. Really, this is upsetting a little bit.
It's just a hard choice.
While the financial and emotional costs of a move are now crystal clear, where the family will end up spending their future is anything but. Adrienne may be convinced New Zealand should be her home, but will the rest of her family agree the benefits the country offers outweigh the sacrifices they'd have to make? When the Gormusoglus arrived in New Zealand a week ago, Adrienne was desperately seeking new horizons for her family.
We've had a great time. It's amazing. You know, truly. I find the landscape lovely. You know, it's really different. So I just can't put my finger on what it is, but I do feel I could easily live here.
And the weeks not only worked wonders on Cameron and Ella.
I didn't really want to come here because I thought New Zealand was just basically England, but when we came here, it had much more like activities to do, it had better weather.
New Zealand is an amazing country and I would love to live here.
But also on Ismail, who was always going to be Adrienne's biggest challenge.
This is lonely, you know, this is paradise, another world. I could live here happily, you know, I can say I can move New Zealand.
Yet he's still reeling from the reality of what a move could cost.
It was really, really difficult. We are really okay at the moment in UK. I'm not struggling. My family, my children, they have what they need. I have to decide which is the good for my family at the moment for this condition.
And even Adrienne seems to be struggling with conflicting thoughts.
When you see your friends and family and the reality check and all the negative sides to this massive move, you can't just think about the scenery, we're going to have a great life running around the sun and we're going to change your life and it's all very exciting, because it is real and it does bring it home to you that it wouldn't be easy.
Everything now rests on these final minutes as the family decide where their future lies.
We've had a great week, lots of experiences, highs and lows. Our vote goes to...
Oh, down there.
Oh.
UK as well. New Zealand.
What did you do, UK?
Because it's amazing. Like, it's amazing. But like, living here would be really
amazing.
Really difficult.
Why did you go to UK?
We are not really ready. Sorry about that, but I don't feel like that.
I won't give up. I'll try and look for different areas, different properties. I have to say that I'm disappointed.
She may not be making the move to New Zealand anytime soon, but Adrienne's dream definitely isn't dead yet. Who knows? One day she may succeed in persuading everyone it's where they should be. Whichever way the future takes them, we wish the Gormusoglus all the best.